get this content. Okay, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
So like I was saying, this birthday is pretty significant, my 46th birthday, because that's
Yeah.
how old my dad was when he passed away.
Wow.
Long history of smoking, poor diet, those kinds of things. He wasn't terribly overweight, or I
Yeah.
mean, but he was pretty consistent drinker. I mean, he was a
Mm-hmm.
bowler. He had 300 games. He was that guy,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
he was one of the most influential people in my life. Like he raised
Wow.
me on his own as a single dad before being a single dad was cool, like back in the early 90s.
Wow.
But I was 21 when he passed away, and I had to make that decision.
Mm.
I literally felt like, wow, I did not prepare for that. I didn't,
Yeah.
obviously, right? But I had to go back and make sure I remembered all the lessons that he taught me. And then as I continued on in my life and then becoming a parent myself in my
Mm.
30s, then it was like, I can't do that.
Mm.
I have to, and it had always been in the back of my mind, like I can't leave my daughters that way. I
Yep.
can't do this and that. And it wasn't like he left me in a way that I was financially unstable or anything. That
Yeah.
wasn't part of it. It was just so soon. Like my dad
Mm-hmm.
up together kind of deal. Like he was my best buddy. He was my
Wow.
everything. He was my sports coach, no matter what I played or what I did, and everything. Like for example, I grew up here in San Antonio,
Mm.
and we had season tickets to the Spurs way, way back when.
Mm.
And I grew up watching the Spurs because we
Yeah.
always went to games. And every year on my birthday and Christmas, he'd give me two tickets and he'd be like, "You can take anybody you want." And 9 times out of 10, I took him because he was who I wanted to go with,
Mm.
you know?
Mm.
So that being said, I just did not want to leave my girls that early because my dad never got to meet his grandkids. My dad didn't get to see me graduate college. He didn't get to see me get my master's degree. He's not going to get to see me get my doctorate in December. Like,
Mm.
there's so many. I never saw me get married. Like none of that, and I'm like,
Mm.
I can't miss out on that. So,
Yeah.
um, like I said, it's always on the back of my mind that I need to be healthier and do healthier things. But then after having my third daughter,
Mm.
my health really declined and I gained a
Mm.
lot. I gained
Mm.
weight. I was probably about 250 pounds.
Wow.
Is-
Wow. Wow. Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
I'm about
Wow.
165 now, but I was
Mm-hmm.
hi there. I was 250 pounds, and my doc started talking about throwing me on like cholesterol meds and heart
Mm.
blood pressure meds and testing me.
Oh man.
And I'm like, time out. I'm not even 40, like time out.
Yeah.
And that was when I was just like, no, I can't. And so full force into it. And I've appreciated every single day, even though sometimes it's hard to get those workouts in, and sometimes I just don't want to do it. And I just
Absolutely.
don't want to eat right because it
Mm-hmm.
sounds so dang good. But on the flip side, it's like, for example, one of my girls plays soccer, and watching her get her first goal, I was like, I could have missed
Oh.
because I chose that burger over her.
Mm.
Or, playing in a goalie and she blocks the big kick, and
Mm.
I could have missed those things. And then my youngest, who likes art and having all of her art and collecting it and seeing when she does those things, I could have missed that because I wanted food and to be sitting on the couch instead. And I'm like, there's nothing above my kids. Nothing above my kids. So
Mm.
that's my big driving force. Very much.
Man. Giselle and Elena, I know y'all just jumped in here, man, but already the D she's our guest. She's our guest for the night. She's not in any of the groups, but she hopped on to be in the Zoom tonight. But I'm sorry, just to say hey to Giselle and Elena, Elena and Giselle, D Giselle
Hi.
and Elena. Man, and I have to say, I'm so glad to see y'all, man. I'm so hyped. D, I'm getting back to your story. I'm going to get back to your story. But I just wanted to just say I'm so hyped to have everybody on. But Elena, she is a member of the group, and we don't normally see her. So I'm super hyped. Like D, you didn't brought people out today. What is this?
Stop.
I'm just saying, like, hey, this is beautiful. And Elena, thank you for making that time. Giselle, Elena said she thought that we actually did it on Fridays. I was like, what? Oh, Giselle, we can't hear you. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think we can hear you. Elena, can we hear you?
I don't know. Can you hear
There?
me?
Okay, we can hear you. Yep, we can hear you.
There?
Okay. Yep, perfect, perfect.
Oh,
There it
okay.
is.
Sorry.
Okay, no, you're good, you're good. But yeah, she had told us that she thought that it was on Friday, right? Friday, she said.
Yeah.
I was like, what the? Look, you're paying me and not even showing up. You thought it was on Fridays. Look, you're not getting
You
any of that
posted
money
it
back.
week
You're
two,
not
and I
getting any. You're not getting any of that money back. I'm sorry. I'm, I was like, what? No, it is every Sunday at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern time. So Elena, please come. We would love to see that face. Again, thank you all for coming, showing up. I know a few other people that should be coming. I think I'm sorry, Diamond. She's actually the newest member. So that's the one that Elena, you had mentioned. Giselle, I know you welcomed as well inside the group. So she should be in here as well. But D again is our guest for tonight. And I was just pretty much picking her brain a little bit about her, background, her fitness journey, and things of that nature. She kind of mentioned how her father passed of cancer, and she didn't, in a sense, at the age of 46, right?
like he was 46, I was 21.
And you were 21, and you're 46 now.
I'm gonna be 46 this year, yeah,
And
in
you're
October.
46 this year in October. I mean, absolutely amazing. And you said that's significant to you because of that. And
Yeah.
you wanted to start your journey pretty much because of your children. You didn't want to leave them like your father left you when you were 21.
Mhm.
So already, man, it's stories like this that just really hit me. And again, I wanted to bring D on because again, the topic is, why are most foods bad for us? In a sense, you can't find anything good. And it goes back to, like you were saying, D, that burger or whatever it is, in a sense, you almost have to think, man, am I sacrificing a piece of my life every time I'm biting something like this? It's okay to have it every now and then, but you get into the ingredients that causes, in some cases, addictions to these foods and all these, so we're going to dig into that tonight. But D, I wanted you to kind of go back to your story a little bit. I mean, you were closing out or just in a sense giving a synopsis.
Mhm.
But I wanted to ask in regards to your father's passing.
Mhm.
Do you feel like that you have gained that closure? I guess, yeah.
So I guess for me, in the process of grief, like the last stage is acceptance, right?
Yeah.
And I don't agree with that word. I think of the last stage would be more integration or adaptation or even tolerance. Like I'm not okay with this, but I can move on with this if that
Yeah.
makes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's still good days and bad days, but when my girls do things or when I do things and succeed at life, I wish he was still there. It kills me that he's not there sometimes. Like for today, for example, we were roller skating
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
one of my daughters requested a Bee Gees song, which I mean, she doesn't even know who the Brothers Gibbs are, right?
Yeah,
We
right.
listen to it in the car, like my dad and I used to when I was a kid, and she loves
Yeah,
it. And
yeah.
just skating around the skating rink, thinking, man, my dad would just.
Mm.
So I wouldn't say I've gotten a whole lot of closure, but I will say that I have moved on to the point to where there's a lot of positive things that happen
Awesome.
as a
Yeah.
result of that. So
Mm.
I guess I'm looking at the silver lining. So there's some silver linings. The most horrible thing in my life that could ever happen,
Yeah.
but there's at least some positive things that have come out of it.
I love that. I love that. Do you have any other family members that you also lean on as well?
I have my middle sister. I
Okay.
lost my oldest sister to a hemorrhagic stroke a few years back.
Mm.
And then mom and I don't have a great relationship, but I think that kind of stemmed from the whole divorce and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
As a mom, because my relationship with food stems from her, and it really is not. It was
Mm-hmm.
not better
Mm-hmm.
now,
Yeah.
but it wasn't.
Yeah. But it wasn't. Yeah. Yeah. I love that.
She would take me grocery shopping every week
Mm.
because my dad was active duty military. We'd go to the commissary on base,
Yeah.
and because I helped her with the groceries, she brought me a slice of cheesecake.
Mm. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Rewards were always
It
food,
was always sweets. Yeah. Yeah.
always
Yeah.
food, mostly sweets, and
Hey, we have someone else, Giselle, who also had a pretty big sweet dessert that I wanted to shout out today as well tonight. I wanted to throw her underneath the bus a little bit tonight.
You're not throwing me under the bus. I don't regret it. What are you talking about?
Oh, oh, I got this on record, all right? So I'm posting this. This will be posted. And I'm
I'm
tagging
allowed to indulge.
Heck yeah.
That was too big of an indulgence. It was too big. It was.
It was not big. It was actually kind of small. I would have had two.
I saved
Don't
the
let him
picture.
bully you, Giselle.
I,
Don't let him bully
I
you.
know, huh? He's so.
she threw me underneath the bus last time, D. So I had to. Yeah, I remember that. You remember? She was like, "Yeah, what are you eating tonight, Trey?" I was like, how
That was
dare you?"
Bart. That wasn't me.
Well, it was you too. You egged them on. So nah, I'm throwing you underneath the bus tonight.
It's okay.
No. But again, I love it. I want us to, confess. I want us to say what we have to say tonight. Anything that you have on your chest, anything that you think in regards to the questions I asked, don't shy away from it. But at the same time, if you don't want to, it's completely fine. But I'm gonna ask a lot of like personal questions, and a lot of the questions will kind of aim or stem from the food industry.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure if any of you have any sponsors or anything of that nature, but in some sense, if you can be honest and in a sense, allow the viewers here who will watch this to, I guess, partake of your knowledge, I think it could be beneficial. That's why I do this. But first, let's go around and I guess in a sense, let's start off with the week. How has the past week been? How is the first day of the new week? How's everything going for everybody? The good, the bad, the ugly? I guess we can start with Elena.
So let's see. The week ended pretty well.
Nice.
I haven't really been hitting cardio because it's been raining, so I haven't really been go outside.
But you've been in the gym though. I mean, I've been seeing yeah. You've been in the gym, yeah.
I could do cardio at the gym, but
I agree.
As for how it's starting out, I'm not going to talk about how me and my husband just indulged in like 3 bags of chips while we watched The Walking Dead right before I got.
Hey, I'm a popcorn.
Hey, Trey, what are you having since, you keep getting on everyone?
I will.
Right.
How do you kick someone out of this? How do I kick you out? I am gonna remove right there. It is. No, but what? So popcorn, okay. Bag of pop. You said 3?
Like 3 bags of chips.
Oh my!
We had some Cheez-Its, we had some lemon lays, and we had some popcorn.
I love lemon lays.
Yes.
Indeed, were you also egging her on? I thought I heard you say something as well about Walking Dead or something.
So I'm in season 9. No spoilers, okay. But popcorn is one of my, and it I found out it's a family thing too, because my grandfather was a huge popcorn fanatic too. Like I could go anywhere. I could go to a soccer game. I can go to a Spurs game. I can go to a football game. I can go to a kid's baseball game and I'll get some popcorn because I love popcorn.
I mean, it's low calories though.
So
it's low calories.
I actually went to an SAFC, so San Antonio Football Club, like our local D League soccer team last week. We had season tickets to that, and I had a couple boxes of popcorn.
Oh man, so everybody just messed up tonight. Elena, what you doing here? You just got everybody confessing.
That's the wrong group to come onto this topic. That's what.
It's a safe space here. It's a safe space.
It's a safe space. That's why she's been avoiding us. She knew it was on Sunday. She just knew she'd be eating them 3 bags of chips. Like she's like, nah, I'm not gonna get on tonight. I'm not doing it.
Not every Sunday, okay? Not every Sunday.
Well, that's good though. That's good, and it's family time, so that's good. That's good. I'm glad. Okay, good. Well, you started off the week good. I mean, that's good. I guess to some degree, that's good. All right, a little. Giselle, how are you?
I've been good. Yeah, the week has been good. Start of the week. Yeah, so far so good. Late after this, I gotta get ready for tomorrow. Wake up early to train. But yeah.
Wow, nice. So no bad eating habits, no sweets today.
I have more brownies, so I'm gonna have another.
Oh, okay.
Yes, there's leftovers. I will have that.
There it is.
But I had a healthy breakfast. I had a healthy lunch. I'll have a healthy dinner. So then that'll be like, it's like, it's a snack. It's not like a whole day.
Yeah, I love that. And in terms of your cardio, are you staying consistent with that? I know that was something that you kind of posted throughout the past week, that you were kind of upping the cardio and things of that nature. How are you doing with that?
Yeah, well, I'm still like getting better, so I haven't been able to increase it, but just maintain it.
Good. And stability, how's that going? Your weight stability.
Yeah, that's been going good. Yeah.
Good. I love it. All right. And D, you for the week. How's everything going?
The week has been good. The week has been
Yeah.
good. I do wellness walks at work. So I do like a 30-minute
Nice.
walk during my 1 hour lunch at work.
Nice, nice.
It's been very, very consistent. I've been trying to get my coworkers to go with me,
Mm,
but that's okay.
yeah.
Um, and even though we did go roller skating today, my legs were pretty trashed out from that.
Oh
I
man.
did legs this evening just before
Mm.
this. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah. I was like, I have to get my actual workout in, even though I got
Yeah.
1,000 steps roller skating. I still was like, I gotta get my stuff in. Um, and I love sports and everything.
Yeah.
We went to the SAFC game last night. They won, and then
Nice.
my daughter had a soccer game this morning, so that was pretty nice. And then I'm off tomorrow. I took the day off so that I could spend some time with them for spring break. So
Beautiful. Beautiful. You sound like an amazing mom. You
I
and Elena. Elena, I know you are just absolutely amazing, but to see and hear you both spending that time with your family, even if the influences may not be all there with the chips and stuff, but now I'm fine. I'm fine. But just having that time, I think it's beautiful. So I commend both of you for that. I would say for me, for the week, man, how has the week been? Um, it's actually been pretty good. I would say definitely, consistent with the cardio. I do think, however, man, your cat scared me. I was like, what the heck is going on?
It's my cat Pumpkin. He always
Oh,
Ah,
working.
that's a perfect name for the coat.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, it looks so, but it scared me though because it just popped up out of nowhere when I looked down. I was like, what?
Yeah,
I was
he
like, what
came
am I?
up to me and tapped my leg here on the chair and then just hopped up. That's what
I
he does.
love it. I love it. I love it. Giselle gonna bring out her dog and Elena too, I'm sure.
I
yeah.
got two dogs too, so don't worry about
Oh,
that.
dang.
So we're in a good family. We're in a good
Y'all
group.
are. I love it. I love it. And then in terms of me, I would just say the cardio consistency in regards to I want to make sure I get more veggies in, but my fruit intakes have been good, things of that nature. So I think for the most part, everything's been good. I have had a bit of indulgence, Giselle. So okay, I'll confess. But nothing as bad as a chocolate lava ice cream double scoop topped brownie. I think that's what that was, right? Something like that.
It sounds like
No,
you're a
you
little
don't
bit
even
jealous. I'm
remember.
just gonna throw that out there.
Said something like I'm jealous. That's what I said. Look, maybe I am. Maybe I am just a little bit.
Yeah, see, exactly. Maybe
You
you
could have,
are.
you could have texted me, you could have messaged me if I wanted something or something. You know, ask anything. I had me over here licking the phone. I was over here. I was trying to taste it. Nah, but I'm glad everyone's having a great week. I'm glad everyone's okay. Everything's okay. Physically, is everyone okay physically?
Mhm.
Everyone's good. Okay, cool. I wanted to check that because I've had family members, past family members who one flatlined out of nowhere. I think
Oh,
they had,
wow.
they had like ESV, another one struggling with cancer, D. So that's another thing that's happening. So oftentimes people are struggling and you don't even know it. That's what I've learned. Like especially with cancer, that seems to be something that when people, one of them has breast cancer, and we
Mhm.
actually didn't know, and like to finally, in a sense, get that news. It's like, how long has this been? And they're just like, oh yeah, I felt something, but I just got caught up in life, and I just didn't want to say anything. So I feel like that's also a really good question to ask. How are you physically? Because a lot of times people aren't also willing to kind of, I guess, in some sense, share or even take it to the hospital when they're feeling something. So please, y'all, if y'all feeling something or if anything's wrong, or with your loved ones, encourage them to do the same thing. Absolutely. But I'm glad everyone's okay here. I know we have a few more people. I definitely know there's a few others that are hopping on, but I'll just give them time. But we'll start anyway. So the question I have, man, for this Zoom call is, why are most foods bad for us? Or do you even think that most foods are bad for us? So that's the first question for everyone. Is that something that you all subscribe to? Yeah, that's hard to find, good food. Yeah, most foods are bad for us. And if so, why? Anyone can go.
I think for me and my perspective, because recently I switched over to doing more like grass-fed beefs and things like
Mm,
that and farm milk. I'm tolerating it physically a lot better and I feel
nice,
physically better.
nice.
Staying away from all the processed stuff. So because our our lifestyles have become so fast and convenient and instant gratification type of thing that I mean they try to get the drive-through times down to 1 minute 30 seconds, that kind of thing. And so I think that a lot of it's just kind of stuff thrown together. And I don't think we really think about the preservatives and the stuff that goes in it that's really causing that. Because, I mean, granted, we didn't have the medical innovations that we do now to be able to detect cancer as quickly as possible. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine. Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side, we don't have as many people experiencing that as much, or back then, because it wasn't processed foods. It wasn't those kinds of things that we're dealing with. And I think that's a big deal. Like, for example, heart disease used to be one of the biggest reasons why causes of death. But now because we have medical innovations, it's now congestive heart failure, which is the aftermath of a heart attack, because we have these meds and we have these testings and those kinds of things. But the thing is that people aren't stopping the heart attack. So the heart failure just continues, and it's a continuous insult. And so, I think, again, like I said, I think it's just a lot of the convenience and people needing to grab things like the convenient meals and this and that makes a huge difference, rather than taking some time to do some meal prepping.
And it sounds like you're hitting on another question I have, and I'm itching to answer it, but it sounds like there's a lot of this that's involved in it as well. Where you're starting to get into, are we actually even caring about human life? Is there any ethics in food anymore?
Yeah.
That's hold on to that. Hold on to the what you're saying, because I have another question that I really want you to answer. But Giselle, if you don't mind, your response to that. You want me to repeat the question, or?
No, because I remember I have my answer. I was actually talking about this with Chanel, like on live right now. But I absolutely agree with D, like 100%. A lot of the foods in America are terrible for us, literally a lot. And honestly, it's kind of scary, but a lot of stuff has added hormones, added stuff to it, preservatives, processed sugar, GMOs, like pesticides, herbicides, like so much. And it's like, it's really crazy when you really think about it. And those are the same things that do cause cancer, that do cause a lot of serious illnesses that a lot of people have and that are dying from. So yeah, there are a lot of foods that, unfortunately, it's the way that it is, but there are a lot of foods that are bad for us, and it's a lot harder to find the better foods, or better foods are more expensive. They're more expensive. It's harder to get for like most people, so like how she said, it's really convenient, or it's just easier for someone to get like fast food or go to the drive-through because it's cheaper.
It's cheaper.
It's actually like getting something else, something healthier. But see, with that, I mean, that again,
that's a whole nother.
That is a whole nother issue. That's a whole nother issue.
Yeah, it's a whole other issue due to the government. I mean, pretty much the higher power making it that way. Yeah, that's a lot.
Just remember, they're watching. I just want to let you know they're watching.
They are, yeah, they are really.
I just wanted to scare you. I'm sorry.
No, they are. I'm all into those things, so don't. Yeah.
Hey, well, I got more questions, because this. I love that you said convenience, but like you said, there's layers. There's layers to this. It's way more. Do they really care about our convenience? Or do they just care? So. There's a lot of other things to it as well, but I want to go to you now, Elena. What is your take on it, your thought on it? If you want me to repeat the question, I can as well.
No, I remember. I agree with both of them. I think it is a problem of just convenience. It's a problem of that we have such a large population of people in the world nowadays, like not even just in America, but around the world, that we're needing food faster. We're needing larger amounts of food. We're needing, so much supply that if the way we have to speed it up is by adding certain things, or, bananas aren't actual bananas that you like what we buy in the store. Those are not real bananas. They're not supposed to be.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real. They
Yeah.
added in everything. That's why there's like the fruit, and then that's why they have organic. And like,
Mhm.
so they're, you know, yeah.
I mean, I heard about like the seedless, I know about like that genetically modified, but you're saying like that also ties into that, like genetically modified bananas.
Yeah, I mean, it's everything nowadays has pesticides, anticides, like everything she said, it's added to everything in our grass, in our trees, in everything that's in this planet nowadays. So it's like, no matter what, I honestly think that there's not natural, organic foods, at least, especially at least in America, that is actually grown healthily, naturally, the way it was intended to be when all of it began. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there's some places in the world that still do it the right way. They still have the fresh soil, the untouched soil, that hasn't been touched by, all the chemicals and
Yeah.
crap that is in our plants,
Yeah.
and our animals. Our animals eat the plants.
Yeah.
It all ties together, and I honestly don't think there's a lot of healthy stuff left in the world.
I mean, man, yeah. Look, I'm like, dang, I should never pick this topic. Like, this is depressing.
I mean, low key, it is
No,
kind of
this
depressing.
But it's something that people need to be aware of.
It really is. Like
it needs to be talked about more.
Yeah, I didn't realize the difference in the way I physically felt having grass fed. I'm like, oh, this is poo poo. Like this is voodoo, right?
Yeah.
But the taste, the way I feel, everything is totally different. Like, for example, I ended up having to have a surgery and on my stomach, and I ended up not being able to tolerate dairy. Like I was literally like, not trying to be gross, but I was vomiting if I ate too much dairy. Like it was bad.
Yeah.
And then that's when I started going to the farm and I got farm fresh milk and stuff like that. And their ice cream, low key, because it's really, really good. But you get just a pint, not the tub, not the gallon tub, it's just a pint. But I tolerate it so much better and I feel so much better. Like it's nuts. It's just nuts. And I don't think, like you said, I don't think many people know about that because you would think that everybody would be in that big old line for the farm connection and paying that membership, but people just don't. But then again, people can't, because there's so much on the pricing of that, people can't afford it either. And that's one of my things where I'm like, I think healthier food should be cheaper than like unhealthier foods. Like I think there should be a fat tax. Like there should be how much
fat tax.
A fat tax,
the tax is proportionate. Like if the food is really, really fatty and really, really bad for you, it should be more expensive and harder to obtain. Just saying.
Yeah.
Like for instance, one of the cheapest types of foods we have